So I recently got off the phone with somebody and they were struggling with the fact that they were trying to reinvent themselves and they were over 50 years old. They had actually gone to Google and they had Googled the term starting over at 50 and they found a page that I've created on my website. Because when I turned 50, I made a conscious decision that I was going to make age 50 to 75 the best years of my life. I wasn't going to get caught in the same head trash, the same mental state that I had been in forever. Because one of the things that I discovered is starting from an early age, I tended to only do things where I thought I was going to be successful. I had a habit of only saying yes to things if I knew I would at least be within my comfort zone. If it was outside of something I thought I could excel at, I would typically find a reason not to do it. Now, I had a successful enough career and I've had a successful enough life, but I wasn't living, I just was doing. And so at age 50, I decided I was going to start trying new things. And it's been a slow process, but I'm 4 years into that adventure and I am already starting to see the benefits of this metamorphosis that I've had. There's a whole bunch of pieces of it, and I don't have time to go into all of it in this video. But if you've stumbled across this video and you're about to turn 50 or you've already hit that milestone and you're trying to figure out, is it possible to reinvent myself? Can I go down a different path with my career, with my life? And even if you stay in the same job and keep much of the things in your life the same, can you just start having more fun? I know the answer. The answer is yes. About a year or so ago, I kind of realized that mentally I was stuck in a cave. And since then, I've had sort of a spiritual awakening. Now, if you want to Google spiritual awakening, you're going to find a whole bunch of people that's what they teach. There are probably millions of videos on YouTube about spiritual awakening. I'm not the most woo-woo guy in the world. However, I will tell you that when you start to open up your mind and expand your consciousness, so many different things can happen. One of the key things for me has been to just admit that I'm on a journey from here forward. This whole path to make 50 to 75 the best years of my life means I have to be open to things that before maybe I would have been closed to. One of the things I started doing is meditating. Now, meditation is all the rage. People talk about it all the time. And I actually had tried to do it several times and found that I could never quiet my mind. And I felt like I wasn't any good at meditating, so I never did it for a long enough period of time. I found it to be annoying. To be honest with you, I found it to be a waste of time. And about 10 months ago, when I had sort of this, air quotes, spiritual awakening, I really made it a focal point of my life. I read about it, I watched videos, and I got a couple of different apps that I tried, and I finally settled in that every morning I'm going to spend 20 minutes trying to quiet my mind, and it's okay if my mind wanders. Now, we can talk about this in depth if you want to speak with me more about this whole idea of reinventing yourself, but finding that quiet time and learning how to meditate and being okay with the fact that your mind is going to be all over the place, because that's what our minds do, and learning how to pull it back, it's just one of the many steps of what I think is so important if you want to re-engage with yourself and with the world after 50. Now, I'm not a person who calls myself a life coach. I'm not a person who has done a lot of this, but I've had several people reach out to me because they've seen the change in what I'm doing. They've heard me talk about the changes that have happened over the last couple of years in my own world, and they've said, can I work with you? So I've created a little program. It's very inexpensive, and it's really just a way to help people have someone to talk to. If you're going through some sort of a major change that is really serious and you're dealing with depression, you need to go talk to a professional who deals with mental health. However, if you're just saying, God, I want to make 50 to 75 the best years of my life, I need someone to guide me and help me figure out the steps, I'm more than willing to have a no-cost conversation with you. And if I'm the right person to help you through that, then we can work on seeing if my program is the right thing for you. So, do you want to reinvent yourself? Do you want to start over at any age? And are you looking to make your life better? You have to take ownership of it. And that's what I'm here to maybe help you kind of figure out. My name's Tom Singer. You can find information about me at tomsinger.com or just Google starting over at 50. And I think I show up still on the first page, and you'll be able to find out information about this coaching program that I'm trying to put together to be there as a resource for you. And what I found with the people I coach, many of them, after we finish the program, they just become my friends. And I think especially at this age, we could all use some new friends.